Onic. Again, they need someone that can peel, because technically Cho isn't the best fit. Bush control though, you know, with Cho it's amazing. But they need more beefy boys here from Onic.
And this looks like Ryota's going to have to expand his hero pool.
Yeah.
Because so far he's only picked up the Hilda Glue as well as the Fovea. So
Yeah.
what will it be? Edith? Is Edith an option?
Yeah. Edith is definitely the safe choice to go for right now for Ryota. We have seen some crazy picks just yesterday as well. We saw an Arlet from Dyron. That is
That's
something
true.
that we have seen Ryota do really
Rizla
well
Lu.
on in the past. Oh,
Wow.
there you go. That's the Arlet. Makes sense for Ryota. And then last pick, gold lane. Beatrix. Ooh, that's a risky choice going up against this Padang. And Kalea. Didn't expect the Beatrix.
They're taking a risk, right? Yeah. He will definitely not rock the Purify here. No,
Shouldn't be.
yeah, with the flicker, right? So they're taking a risk here. Seems like with the Sicilian, they're banking on, hey, if the Fanny gets an early invade, at least mid-game, late-game, we have the Sicilian to, you know, anchor around. But the carry, though, now that's a tricky one.
Whose era is it now? We'll see as the match progresses. Let's head over to game number 1.
Let's see Land of Dawn, and yeah, who will take the first game here in this best of 3? As expected, only Sans is rocking the Purify, so
Yep.
TLID looking to capitalize on that spell.
As expected, right? Only Sicilian can really go for the Purify. Beatrix, Savero has to go flicker. So this changes things to now Onic having to just out-execute TLID. They don't really have a fail-safe. It's a really high execution composition that they've gone for. Arlet, Fanny, mainly. Those two, you gotta keep your eyes on those two. But Savero too, oh man. He's gotta be super aware of Witty on the Kalea and Aran on the Badang.
Yeah, big target coming through from the side of Onic there. Kyrie doing his best on the Fanny to be able to invade into the enemy jungle right now. He's rotating towards his bottom lane. Kyo is there, unable to steal it away, as Kyrie will still be able to get that gold crab. You see a mirror play coming in from TLID in the top side of the map. As we take a look at the emblems, as things are still very passive.
Yeah, put yourself together for both Cho and Sicilian. That's the dual mid of Onic and the weapon mastery. So he knows he's not going to be fighting too much. He's just going to be farming, waiting for those item power spikes. I wonder what build Savero is going to go for. Is it the rush to BOD? Hold up.
Kyrie jumps in. No cutthroat just yet, though. He is waiting and looking for options, it seems like.
Yeah. Is it going to be a rush to BOD, as I said, for Savero? Or is he going to go for an Iman build? Something crazy. Maybe Melfic gun first. We've seen that a couple of times. Pull yourself together also earlier from Witty. Just trying to get as many flicker plays as possible. Turtle control for TLID.
I don't think Onic can contest. I think they should just look for other cross map plays. Ryota committing the flicker though. That's a stun. No damage just yet. Ryota now knocked up and Fabian picks up first blood. TLID. They will take the turtle as well. Sans with the Purify. Kyrie jumps in with Gables. No cutthroat just yet. So it is still TLID with the win.
No trade coming in from Onic so far. They were able to get the kill plus the neutral objective. Luckily, they were still able to get that turtle. By the way, I think Fabian retreat a bit early there, almost.
Yeah.
Luckily, Kyrie was in the vicinity of that. We're taking a look at the talent prediction now by GoPay. Huh. Guys, what? What? Why
Hey,
am I alone?
surprise with Mirko.
Hey,
What?
Raja Yeba's in the building, man. That's my boy right there, right? And honestly, looking at both these teams, I do have to say TLID have looked a bit more shaky.
But 2-0?
Hey, man, I saw that Fanny pick. Actually, this is before the Fanny pick, but hey, Keyboy!
Oh, Wave Dragon now with the cutthroat. Kyrie picks up the kill. Ryota misses the final slash. Fabian though, dealing damage still, and they will disengage. They have equalized kill-wise, and yeah, let's see TLID still though with the gold lead.
So both kills are on their respective junglers, but it was Witty that was taken down, so not huge value, I would say. There's an invade coming in from Kyrie as well, but still not going to be able to pick up that jungle creep just yet. As we take a look at the audience prediction, looks like it's still favoring Onic. And again, it's a reset for both these teams.
Reset one more time. Onic waiting again for those item power spikes. But yeah, TLID. The big problem for Onic now is Aran and Badang actually. Expected the... Oh, hold up. Purple buff.
Yep, Invasion now is starting. Ryota taking a lot of damage, will go down first. And now, Yeheskiel. Oh, that's a knock up. The big one. Kyrie is stuck and he will be taken down. TLID, the first invasion. They make it work.
That was so aggressive by TLID, but also very patient. They waited for Kyrie to jump in with the cables and saved most of their resources to take him down, and take him down they did. And with that, they're going to be able to pick up the second neutral objective of the game, a 2,000 gold lead. Break that down for us.
The layering of CC again and the lack of Purify hurt Onic hard there. Kyrie thought that, you know, all the CC had been used earlier because, again, his sights on Aran. Once the Badang used Fist Crack, once he uses all his skills, he's thinking, all right, that's a chance for me to go in. But he completely forgot that Witty has an on-target skill, Tsunami Slam, to lock him down. And that's what hurt him. This is why the carry pick later on, as we get into the later parts of the game, will be increasingly scary. Keyboy.
Oh, looking for the Way of Dragon. Doesn't find it. Keyboy flickers out. Has a defensive move. Top lane, though. There's a split going on. So TLID, they're winning at controlling the map and also controlling team fights.
It looks like Onic was tunnel vision on getting that kill. Looking for that pick that Keyboy initiated earlier on, and this is classic TLID, right? Fabian on the Joy looking for the split map plays. Gonna be able to pick up that turret. So they do have a permanent structure in their pocket right now. As we take a look into the items, there you go. That's your answer, Malefic Gun.
Yeah, it'll be the Malefic Gun first item for Savero. Not gonna go for the BOD. A bit too risky, I guess. Needs that range to try to match in the clear. And this is the thing about the Beatrix, right? When you're up against a composition with this much heavy CC, it kind of forces you to just clear waves at the start of the game. Super passive. You don't... Usually on the Beatrix, you actually want to fight early on with... especially having a Cho, combo in together, go for those ganks. The kill went for Purify. That's why we don't see Beatrix too much in the meta, and Onic will have to just trade on the map, waiting for Sans and Savero to get to those item power spikes. Witty!
TLID, it seems like they want to fight. Doesn't really find the right connection just yet, though, as the neutral objective will be coming up soon.
Yeah, they went in for a trade in laning earlier on, Savero to the top side. But with that TLID, Kyo was able to push in that bottom side turret as well. So a big trade going on. Conceal play for Keyboy.
Looking for a pick, but seems like his mobility is crippled. TLID now with a mana advantage finds Ryota as well as Kyo picks up the double. Fabian now will collect their perfect turtle.
That was a very awkward entry coming from Onic, and all the while Kyrie was in the bottom side as well. What was the plan?
Oh, I have no idea what the plan was. It also seems like Onic didn't know what the plan was. They had Fanny in the bottom lane. That was a no contest Lord. I think the call was supposed to be no contest. Keyboy went in, Ryota still went in the final slash. Hasn't been too accurate in this game. I think we saw Dyron yesterday he made it look very easy to land these final slashes, but so far it's been really tough to land a final slash for Ryota, and he needs to start getting those because the whole idea of the composition is they all go in together. They all try to go in to give space for the Fanny, and then later on the Beatrix to deal damage.
So far they haven't been able to do that. We do see a little bit of a trade coming through from Kyrie in the bottom side of the map. He was able to push in that turret, so that's a small win for Onic at the moment. But TLID still 7 minutes, 8 minutes in, a 3,500 gold lead. Kyrie going for the recall. Doesn't get spotted out just yet. And again, the layering of skills coming from TLID is still very evident. Kyrie, what's he to do other than split these side lanes?
At this point, I don't think he can do anything. Yeah, this is the only plan that Onic have currently. They has until, again, Savero gets more items together with Sans. Blowing wand for Sans. Steadily building up. He's not that far behind of the Juice in, so keep your eyes peeled for that. You can see the lead, though, for Kyo. TLID always walking with Kyo. Look at Fabian and Witty being the bodyguards here. Already almost getting to the item power spike because, again, they know for TLID. There you go. Perfect 8 minutes. That's quick. That's really quick for a 3-item power spike. Holy, oh man, that's... Now they can do whatever they want. They can go in for any pick. Witty goes for Tsunami Slam on anyone. They go goodbye. Good night.
That's a fat kill. And it's going to be very hard to target him as well because of that Purify that you guys mentioned at the start of the game. Very different to Savero. Is his power spike still at BOD next?
I think it'll be more than just BOD now because... Oh, Witty! There you go.
For the Tsunami Slam, and Ryota eliminated. Keyboy Flicker, Way of Dragon does nothing. Severo finds a kill on towards Fabian. That's their only trade as TLID still showing their dominance.
It's a 2-for-1 trade. It is in favor of TLID, but they lost Fabian in the process.
Purify Sans is stuck and isolated. Will be taken down. Tsunami Slam, and Kyrie will not be able to find a trade. He goes down as well.
Okay, now it's completely in favor of TLID. Why did they go back in? These team fights have just been so scattered coming in from Onic.
Oh man, again, they're trying to calculate when it's a good opportunity for Kyrie to walk in, but there's never a good time when you're up against this composition as long as the Badang, Jusin, and Kalea are alive. That's a chain CC that will last a lifetime. You saw that earlier, Tsunami Slam, pinned down, knocked up by the Lantern Flare. You can't move on the Fanny against this composition.
1-1 right now, Kyrie on the Fanny. We were expecting a huge performance, but TLID, they were ready for this, right? They were the ones that let it go. It was a bait. Maybe they were already prepared with this kind of lineup. As that Lord is going to be marching it down in the top side of the map. 5,400 gold lead. This bottom lane will also fall. Kyo is dishing out so much damage, and this is where the reliability comes to play from Kyo. He's always in the back line. He doesn't create incredibly crazy plays, but he's giving out constant damage, and that's already enough for TLID right now.
And this is the big problem now for Onic. They've been relying on Kyrie, even though in the last few fights he has been chain CC'd, but you saw the explosiveness of Kyrie if he does get space earlier. Now he doesn't have purple buff. That's gonna hurt. 6,000 gold lead. Looks like TLID, again, can do whatever they want. It's really only up to Sans at this point to help clear the waves and to stay alive in the fights, because he's the only guy with Purify. Anyone else walks up, they're going to be Tsunami Slammed into a knockout from Kyo.
They're able to defend it though, right? They still have the high ground. They do still have the Beatrix. They also still have Sounds on the Sicilian, so they have been able to protect the inhibitor turrets, although the shields have popped on both the top lane and that mid lane. But looking at the items, is that a roam on Savero?
Yep. This is roam on Savero. It's roam on Ryota too, by the way. So they have 3 roam boots currently. Savero, Keyboy, and Ryota. After the 8th minute, you want to try to get that roam boots as a gold lane, as a lot of these other members, because you get the extra assists from those roam boots. As long as it's not an active roam boot, it's not an active roam item, then we have been seeing a lot of these gold laners, mid laners even, go for it, just for the extra gold when they're behind.
Oh, so it's only in the situation where they're behind like this.
I mean, Eman does it when he's ahead too. It really, you can do it any time, as long as you have passed the time frame of, you know, where it actually limits taking gold and XP.
Interesting. As it stands, 12 minutes and 6,000 gold lead now, and you can see Onic starting to look for more opportunities, right? They're problem solving right now. What do? Do they send Kyrie to the far lane? Technically, with the Fanny being on their side, does the Fanny have purple buff?
No.
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 So even pushing those side lanes is going to be a little bit trickier then.
Exactly. That's why it's a problem now for Onic. You can see TLID freeze the waves, and usually this is a good chance for the Fanny to get farm. But without purple buff, he's as good as any other jungler. Like maybe even he's worse than normal junglers and Suyos and stuff that can actually still be useful without purple. Kyrie desperately needs purple, or desperately needs to fight in the base where he can constantly reset that energy.
See here, Onic, with the Lord coming in, will they go for the contest? He always in the bottom side, so I don't think Onic can contest this. TLID should get the free Lord, and if this hits minute 16, I believe Onic then has more, I guess, increase their odds right, with the Sicilian coming in, but now seems like they want to fight. Tsunami Slam on towards Keyboy. The disconnect is evident. One man taken down now on it. They will go and back away.
Luckily, Iran wasn't taken down there. That would have been a 1-for-1 trade, but either way, what was the plan again? Kyrie is still a level behind of Fabian if they wanted to go for that crazy contest. And it's 10 seconds left for Keyboy to spawn back into the game. And another Lord free for TLID.
None of them can open. Yeah, leaving the Badang open there was a big problem after already picking up that Fanny. It's almost like, oh, wait. Well, Kyrie at least is back in the base now, right? This is where he should be able to finally get enough energy to make plays happen, and that's why TLID are giving him the respect that he deserves on the Fanny. They're not pushing in too far. They're playing it slow, Fabian.
Oh, Sans half HP. That's a Tsunami Slam on towards one. Ryota goes down under the turret though, and that's gonna be Onic finding the win. Weedy very low. Kyrie wants blood, and he will get the double. Onic, they have defended their last two remaining turrets.
As you were saying, making it a slow push. Oh, Kyrie doesn't have energy. Yes, he's still going to be able to get out, but that was almost a wiped out. TLID maybe a little bit too greedy there in that push.
Way too greedy. They got the far lane already. I don't know what that was, diving in like that. That's Onyx realm. They have Sicilian, Beatrix, and a Fanny.
Oh, yeah, scale very low. Looking for the clear. Looking for that turret. They will manage to defend that one, though. That's a knock-up on towards Avero, but the shutdown is there. Fabian jumps in, looking for the kill, finds it, but that's gonna be Kyrie finding the killing spree again.
A 1-for-2 trade, a 1-for-2 trade. Kyrie was sitting at what, 1-2-1 earlier on, 0-1, and now he's at 4-1. They just keep feeding these kills over. Weedy was over-aggressive in that base push. Yeheskiel, very ego play, thinking that he was able to take down Savero, not respecting the damage that Sans could put out. Look at those stacks, 256, almost full item as well.
Oh man, TLID. This is also now Kyrie with a purple buff. Yeah, stacks speak for itself. Crazy amount right now. Not the craziest amount, but it is a good spot for Sans. It is a good spot in the late game. I thought TLID knew, right? Like they were very respectful. Lord got cleared out and they backed away for a bit. I thought, okay, they understand this is a Fanny, Sicilian, and Beatrix. But turns out, I guess a lot of these fights have been coincidental. TLID have just been going and taking out frontliners in these fights coincidentally, not really understanding the win condition of Onic. Hey, if Onic have that front to back, it'll be very hard for TLID to win it out. They gotta go for these picks, and it does look like Keyboy will be picked off.
He has the flicker though. Can he make the escape? Flicker's out. Yes, skill though is on him. Seems like Keyboy this time will be able to get out.
They're afraid.
As I said, if Ryota and Keyboy can engage first, because a lot of times we've just been seeing Witty engage first, go on these picks, or if they get poked, Onic can still win this game. This is a winnable game. Savero, Sans, Kyrie, eyes on them to make the play, to make the comeback happen.
Remember, the far lane is something that Onic needs to think about because that inhibitor turret has fallen, and TLID know this.
Tsunami Slam on towards one. Keyboy goes down. Kyrie, though, will be deleted again. Weedy trying to sustain. He will get out, and Yeheskiel finds the double. Savero collects the double. Looking for the triple as Fabian now will try to end his run. Yeheskiel collects the triple, and now it's Sans left standing. Purify will not save his as Yeheskiel finally finds the maniac.
That's a wiped out, ladies and gentlemen, in the 17th minute of the game. TLID have turned this completely around, and there it is, the push into the base.
The yellow porcupines will fall in this best of three, but TLID, Yeheskiel